Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip: a simple strategy for stress inoculation. You can't biohack resilience. Cold plunges and saunas won't do it. Resilience is about adaptation, and adaptation requires repeated exposure to task-specific stress. Stress isn't the enemy, it's the gateway to growth. The only way you improve at anything in life is by deliberately engaging in stress, and then adapting to that stress and improving. For example, if you want to improve your strength, you lift weights. Weightlifting is a stress on the body. After several weeks of training, your nervous system and muscles adapt, and you get stronger. If you want to learn a new skill for work, you have to deliberately engage in the learning process. You have to sit down with the material and engage in the stress of learning. Then you take a break, rest, rinse, and repeat. Building mental resilience requires the exact same process. But where people go wrong is they don't gradually inoculate themselves to stressors. They go all in and burn out. Here's why. Adaptation requires two things: the appropriate dose of stress and rest. Let's go back to the weightlifting example. If your goal is to bench press 200 pounds and right now you can only bench press 100 pounds, it would be unwise to put the maximum weight you can lift on the bench press and try to get strong by lifting it once daily. Instead, you should start with a sub-maximal weight, like 75 pounds, and perform several quality sets of bench presses with that weight a few times a week. Then gradually increase the weight on the bar over 4 to 8 weeks. In this way, you are manipulating your exposure to stress by controlling the volume and intensity of your training session and providing your body with the appropriate dose of stress that it can adapt to. Following each training session, you'd nourish your body with healthy foods, get a good night of sleep, and voila! Soon you'll be getting stronger and on your way to pressing 200 pounds. Now let's apply this concept to mental resilience. Let's say you need to develop public speaking skills to promote your business or close deals, but you aren't confident with getting up on stage in front of a large audience. The first thing you'd want to do is memorize your pitch. Then you'd perform your pitch in a low-stress environment, like maybe in front of your best friend. Once you feel comfortable in front of one person, you might practice your pitch in front of 3 colleagues over Zoom, and after that in person. You'd slowly scale the intensity and frequency of the stressor until you can confidently perform under pressure in front of a larger audience. You see, it doesn't matter whether you want to improve your pitching or negotiating skills or your fitness. The gateway to growth requires deliberate and scaled exposure to stress and then rest. You can't hack this process. That's it from Inc. You can find more expert opinions from business leaders and entrepreneurs at Inc.com. Be sure to check back tomorrow for another tip from Inc.